Good morning. Welcome to another exciting edition to the American Canadian pre-race show. I'm your host, Joshua Lee Jaguar. It is another fun-filled Sunday night here while we're back in action here for the Darlington Too Tough to Tame 184 laps tonight. It's going to be an exciting race going into tonight with 184 laps, and this is going to be another fuel strategy race again. Oh man, let's do the recap from let's get the recap from last Sunday night when we was at Kansas International Speedway. That's right. Starting with stage one, we had the captain, DJ, Dilly, Rico, Road Racer, Hangover, Bruce, Hooligan, Tar Heel, and Bulldog finishing 10th in the stage. Stage two, captain, DJ, Tar Heel, Hooligan, Bruce, Road Racer, Dilly, Rogue, Bulldog, Jaguar. Your overall results from Sunday night was Hangover, Captain, Jaguar, Road Racer, Dylan, Hooligan, Rogue, Bulldog, Tar Heel, Simon, Bruce, DJ, Rico, and Clemson rounding out the 14th spot from Kansas International. This approximately took 70 minutes and .63633. Congratulations to Hangover getting his third race of the season. Points are getting tight going into next week. Next week we'll be at the All-Star race for to wrap up to the midway season. That will be a 25% race, 100 laps. So you do not want to miss the All-Star race. This is a no grudge, no bars All-Star race. Anything goes, from what I heard. But tonight we are at Darlington with 184 laps. Yes, it will be a fuel mileage race once again, like it's been for the last couple of races, actually. But we got Bulldog with us, hanging in the house with us this morning on this fine Sunday morning. Dustin, you was flirting with the top 10 a lot. You was flirting with the top 10 most of the last Sunday night, and everybody had their. I think everybody had different strategies going on, and some of it. Overall, it was a great race Sunday night, and the points look good right now, and we'll actually look at the points. Actually, let's check out the points. All right, Hangover with 542, Tar Heel with 515, Bruce with 433, Jaguar with 417, Rogue with 405, DJ with 366, Clemson with 352, Rico with 346, Hooligan with 333, Simon with 309, Dylan with 285, Huffman with 102, Bree with 69, Road Race with 48. Alrighty, next week is the All-Star race. We're almost halfway through the season. Now, this is where this is going to get interesting. You got one race before the All-Star race. After the All-Star race, we're stuck at Charlotte for 2 weekends. We're back on the East Coast and spending some time with the family, of course, if y'all want to say this. We're on the East Coast for tonight. We're not too far from Charlotte. Oval. Tonight is Darlington, Too Tough to Tame. Now, with this right here, We're on the East Coast. I'm going to pull the schedule up. We got 3 races right here on the East Coast. So after Gallatin, both Charlotte races, we will be going to Gateway, WWT. After Gateway, New Hampshire, Sonoma, first road course of the season, Sonoma, of course. Pocono, we go up to the wonderful Pocono Alps, up in the beautiful mountains right there. New Hampshire, of course, the big lobster everybody gets right there if you win the race. I love this one. Michigan. It's a manufacturer's track right there. It's a endurance track. I love that track right there. Texas, we go to Texas for the 72-ounce steak challenge right there in Texas after Michigan. Then we go. This is my favorite one that I got to see. I see Hangover actually winning. The Glen. We actually go. This is our second road course of the season. Actually, is the Glen. Then we come back to Miami in the Sunfield Homestead, Miami. After that, we go back to Talladega, Bristol Night. Oh God! After the Bristol Night, we go to road course, Road America. I hate Road America. Then we go to Michigan, Kansas, Pocono, Richmond, Daytona. Last road course of the season, thank God. The Charlotte Roval. Martinsville Night Race, Dover, Texas, Viva Las Vegas. And the season finale will be at Phoenix International Speedway to determine the champion for the American-Canadian League. I don't know. I mean, every driver's been decent, and I mean, I'm gonna give a shout out to Clemson. I mean, shoot, Clemson has improved dramatically. Daniel, he has improved dramatically, and I mean, I give him credit. This guy has came in. He came in with a new team in the number 22 Ford Mustang. He's kicking butt. He's doing good. He's not cocky no more. He's racing his race. He's enjoying it. And I mean, he could be the one that breaks out possible gets a win. Eventually, if he could shake that monkey off, but he's improved dramatically, and I got to give him a big shout out on this one right here for Clemson. Clemson, keep it up. I mean, shoot, that 22 Ford looks pretty good if you can stay out of the shenanigans. And I mean, that's one driver I can actually say I can give a shout out to right there. He's done an amazing job since after all them shabacles and shenanigans and stuff like that. Who do you think has improved dramatically? Bulldog? Yeah, he finally. Yeah, I mean he's actually won 3 races, and he's showing that he's a championship caliber driver going into these next couple of weeks right here, because of these minor high tracks thrive on certain drivers like Tar Heel, Hangover, myself, Rico. Tonight's going to be the ones that is really going to really tell the tale if you really got your mile and a half track setups down packed right there. I mean, that's the biggest thing going in tonight, because we go to, like I said, we're on the East Coast for the next three more weeks. We're here on the East Coast for 3 weeks. And it's getting crunch time. Everybody should know what they got right now going into tonight. If people are still figuring stuff out, I mean, it ain't gonna bottom, but it's gonna, it should improve some of these drivers that really need a good finish coming up in for the next 2 weeks right here after. Because our race, the All-Star race, is not a points race, but it gets you ready for the longest race of the season after the All-Star race at Charlotte. So, I mean, that's a 200-lapper right there with 4 stages. And, I mean, drivers are going to be on their P's and Q's right there just to try to pinpoint what they can do and what they can't do tonight because of how Dalton's a slick. It can bite you in the butt right here. I mean, shoot. I mean, I've been hearing. I was actually doing some stuff early this morning, doing a practice run. And I mean, these new cars right here at Dalton are extremely difficult here at this track right here because you don't know if you got the downshift or stay in 5th gear, and that's probably what's going to be the big unknown right there is am I going to have to downshift or stay in 5th gear out there the entire race. So I've done a lot of downshifting. Now, I've been doing a lot of downshifting here, and well, I mean that's the thing right there is who's all going to stay in 5th gear and who's going to be the ones that's going to be downshifting a lot here because that's probably the big unknown right there is who can actually handle the downshifting a lot because, I mean, you're going to have to watch out for your tire wear. I mean, well, I mean, like I said, that to me is going to be one of the ones that do I want to take the chance on downshifting a lot, or do I just want to stay in 5th gear because that's the unknown right now because about half of these guys are on controllers and maybe 2 or 3 drivers are on wheels, and I mean it's I say the unknown because you got 1 and 2 that's totally different between 3 and 4, and plus there's a small little dip coming off of 2 right there when you a little bump right there coming out of 2, so you got to be able to catch 5th right there coming off of 2 right there, and before you go into 3, you got to go ahead and downshift where you can actually let the car rotate through the center and not to hit that wall right there because that wall's going to come up quick right there if you don't downshift soon enough. I mean, I love this track. This is not a short track right here. This is a mile and a half right here. This is actually a mile and a half track right here. This is a track where you're probably going to be running about a 29.1 to the mid 29.5s right here. If you don't have to go through if you don't have to deal with the shenanigans and everything, because if you start in the back tonight, it's going to be this track is hard to pass on. The only time you're going to be able to pass is on restarts right here. That's the only time when you're going to be able to pass anybody. Or you make the right adjustments, you're going to catch them. But it's also the thing that we go through every week. Every week you have to be patient here. You got to be patient, and that's the biggest thing, everybody, that I keep saying in every show right here. Patience. And if you got patience, you can race this track. You can't get aggravated in the first stage. Yeah, you probably had a bad first stage right there. Cost you was probably running in the top 2, top 5, and all of a sudden you got caught up in somebody's shenanigans right there. And now you're having to play catch up if there's like 14, 15 people tonight. You're basically going to drop from fifth to almost probably all the way to dead last, and then you're going to have to play. You're playing catch up, but you also got to remember that them tires, that whatever happened right there, you just burnt 5% off your darn tires right there, and now you're pushing your car harder, and you're burning your right rear up. So, I mean, I wouldn't worry about stage one right now. I wouldn't be too worried. If I got caught up in somebody's shenanigans, I wouldn't be trying to worry about trying to get stage points. I wouldn't be trying to get stage. I wouldn't worry. I mean, I wouldn't even worry about stage one. And I mean, the ones that really got to worry about stage points is, of course, the ones that are desperately, well, in need of a darn win. I mean, that's the. I mean, it's like every time we go to a certain track. I mean, it's patience. Patience is the virtues here. And I mean, if you got patience, then you're gonna have a good car, but you got to adjust. You got to adjust to it. You got to adjust the track. You got to adjust the car to the. We're live. I can't. But I mean, yeah. Let's see. Alrighty. Alrighty, this is my favorite time of the show right here. It's called Rack 'em and Stack 'em. This has been a big thing that I've started doing ever since I started doing pre-race shows right here. Besides, this is why I love doing this right here. A radio host that I grew up around passed away Thursday morning, I believe Thursday or Wednesday morning. His name was Moby. It was a show that was on the radio every morning. Moby in the morning. His favorite catchphrase was "Yeah, baby," and he's from Marietta, Georgia. He passed away with stage 4 stomach cancer, and a big inspiring to me as a person that loves the radio, that loves doing the commentating, broadcasting shows like this right here on a every week basis. So, but the Rack 'em and Stack 'em came from, let's see, this is 2023. Came in the play 3 years ago. Actually, I've been doing this for 3 years. I started this in 2020 with Rack 'em and Stack 'em, and it's actually stuck with every league that I do the pre-race show with. I always do. Yeah, that's how the Rack 'em and Stack 'em became, and that's one of my catchphrases right there when we go into picking stage 1, stage 2, and the overall race wins. So it is time for Rack 'em and Stack 'em, sponsored by K&K Diecast Community. You can find them on Facebook. It's K&K Diecast Community. Go check them out on Facebook. And it is a great community for diecast cars. So the name again is K&K's Diecast Community. Look them up on Facebook. Alrighty, stage 1, stage 2, Team Knight, and the overall race win. Bodog, who's your stage 1, stage 2, and overall race win this afternoon for tonight's race? Alright, so you choosing Hangover? Stage 2. All right, so Jaguar Stage 1, Hangover Stage 2. Who's your overall race winner? Oh, Clemson. Oh, man. All righty. My Stage 1 winner will be Tar Heel. He's after redemption after having somewhat of a little drought going on with that in that number 9 car. He's having somewhat of a little drought. So, Tar Heel, I love you to death, but I'm putting you on the line for this tonight to win in Stage 1. Stage 2. Hey, I'm gonna have to get out the Hangover. No, I mean, Stage 2 will be Hangover at Tar Heel. Stage 1 overall race win. I'm gonna give it to myself. I'm gonna give it to myself right here because this is a fuel mileage race right here. Another fuel mileage race, and I ended up finishing third last Sunday night due to the fact that I pitted. I pitted one lap early before Hangover. I mean, so I ain't gonna do that again. I'm gonna stay out with some. I'm gonna do something different tonight. So I'm gonna give myself the win. I love this track dramatically. So this is one of my favorite tracks besides Charlotte and Gateway. So in Michigan, I love Michigan to death. That's like one of my go-to tracks right there. If I had to win if I had to win the race, I would definitely go with Michigan. But no, I mean, I won't give myself the race win tonight, but due to the fact is that number 19 Toyota is hungry for another win. If he can just do what he done last week and not pit with he wouldn't make the same mistake. If he'd done the same thing, he could have had that race won last Sunday night. But yeah, Hangover had the car to beat. So yeah, but guys, it's been awesome to be doing this. We will see y'all. Actually, we're gonna be doing it. I'm gonna be on here a little early Sunday because since it is the All-Star race. I want to do an hour show next Sunday, starting at 10:30 for an hour. So next Sunday morning we'll be live at 10:30, an hour on here of talking. I'm hoping I can get some people on here to talk about how they feel about going into the All-Star race next Sunday night. So don't forget to tune in next Sunday. We got an hour special next Sunday morning starting at 10:30. We don't do driving aids. Nope. But y'all, I like it. No, man. All right. Like every end of the show that I always do, I want to give a big shout out to all of our first responders, our armed forces, our men and women that serve this beautiful nation. Until then, God bless everybody. Let's go racing at Darlington tonight with 184 laps. And next Sunday, we will be back here next Sunday at 10:30 for an hour special. I will be talking to drivers, trying to get about 2 or 3 drivers here to talk about the All-Star race, see how they're feeling going into this race. So looking forward to seeing all y'all next week, next Sunday morning. So until then, we'll see y'all then. Later.